G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the south side of the map, playing in the colour orange as the Holy Roman Empire. It's Soldier. And in the north side of the map, playing in the colour pink as the Ottomans. It's MarineLorD. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Prairie. We're here once again enjoying the new maps on the ranked ladder. And I got a question for you. Have you ever played this matchup? Holy Roman Empire versus Ottomans. I do a fair bit of coaching over on Patreon. I'm not going to shout it out much more than that. But one of the common questions I get for the Ottomans is, how do I deal with the HRE? It seems to be a pretty difficult matchup for them. And one of the theories I've got about the best way to deal with this matchup is actually just going to castle as quickly as you can. Play a pretty standard opening, the same way that MarineLorD is playing here, going for the military school, looking to get up quickly as possible with the twin minaret madrasa, and then after that, thinking a bit more about the castle age. Maybe drop down a second military school in the castle age. But one of the big things that I want to see, and we still haven't seen it yet, is people starting to actually use fieldwork. Fieldwork, obviously, the vizier point that's available. So there's three tier 1 vizier points. The first one, fieldwork. The second one is meta drums, and the third one, Anatolian Hills. Anatolian Hills was very strong, very popular in the beginning when people were like, oh my god, 8 sheep, that's crazy. 2,000 food, that's a lot of food. But it's fallen off. And then people worked out the timings with the archers. And they said, well, hold on a minute, I can just get a free meta and I can make all my units move faster. That's pretty cool. But now we've reached a point where people are starting to look, they've grown comfortable enough with the Ottomans that they can find a way in their build order, in their timings, the castle age becomes a big possibility for this civilization. And so my question is, do we dare see it today? It's unlikely, but we might. I still hope out for the possibility that we do. There are a couple of reasons why it's so strong. Number one, you can heal up all of your units that you've gone and harassed your enemy with nice and early. Number two, you can look to pick up relics as soon as you've aged up, the same way that the Holy Roman Empire can do. And playing in a matchup like this against the Holy Roman Empire, you could even look to deny their relics. You know, maybe you want to wall this relic in, and maybe you want to camp this relic with an imam, and then camp this relic with an imam, and then that way you're denying 3 relics of the Holy Roman Empire player. So something always to consider. But we do now see the age ups coming through. Soldier gonna be dropping down the Archon Chapel. No surprises here. Not a bad Archon Chapel. Probably about the best one he could have got. Yeah, this is about the best. As long as so the whole front row of the gold mine should be kept within that radius, and everything else donated over onto the wood line. So it looks pretty decent. But we do see an outpost going to be coming down for Soldier, acknowledging that there is aggression on the way. He knows that he's up against an Ottoman player. The likelihood of a spearman here is approaching 100%. So instead of dealing with the villagers, and you can see right now the town center, it's got absolutely no coverage on this gold mine whatsoever. So this spearman comes in here, uncontested almost. But all the soldier's going to do is he's going to pull the prelate, and he's going to say, hey, prelate, come wave your hands over here for a little bit for me. Repair up this villager. Make my life a little bit easier. Now, you might not think that this is a win for MarineLorD, but it is, right? Because this prelate was buffing up these villagers before. It's not anymore. So it's a reduction in efficiency there. But the outpost also comes up. Also another small victory. So MarineLorD builds that lead early on, forcing an outpost, forcing away the prelate from that position. We do see plenty of sheep getting picked up on this map. MarineLorD looking to pick up even more. Got 12 sheep behind him. Make that 13 when that one comes across. He's got plenty back in the base. Obviously no need for any kind of Anatolian Hills. Twin minaret madrasa is pretty standard here though. It's a nice safe income source for the rest of the game. I don't know what the equivalent is, but I suspect probably the equivalent of like 6 farms or something in the late game. So not too bad. The age up comes through now for Soldier. He's going to be looking to collect those resources, head towards the castle age, get himself up. But the question is he going to add in a few more? Is he going to add in a few production facilities during the feudal age? We take a look in the base. No wood being gathered up at all. He's a man intent on getting up to that castle age as quickly as we can. Next spearman coming out. We'll ride on board here with Soldier, because as soon as MarineLorD ages up, it's gonna hit you with that vizier point sound. Expect to see the vizier point coming in any second. Twin minaret madrasa coming up. We can see he's already working on gold, so the most common thing that we see is we see wheelbarrow coming out right now is the most common thing. So we'll have to wait and see whether that's going to be the case. MarineLorD continues to push down. And look at this. We've got a villager coming across the map for MarineLorD. Almost playing the Ottomans like you would play the Mongols. And I like this. This is really smart. Because now all of a sudden that outpost, it's useless. And you're gonna have to really bring a lot of things if you want to try and stop this. You're gonna have to bring villagers. You're gonna have to go for an aggressive outpost yourself. And you don't have the wood for it. So that makes it very difficult. Back home though, we don't see any indication of what direction MarineLorD's gone with the Vizier Point. Scout moving out across the map. I don't think he's gone for Anatolian Hills. There's way too many sheep here already. It'd be crazy to do it. And does Soldier see this? Soldier sees it. Of course he sees it. He's got the outpost. And he's just going to let it go. A little bit like Elsa right now. But look at those villagers. I'm sensing a Burgrave might be upon us. He's pulling more villagers. Hold on a minute. That's not a Burgrave. That's a man who's angry. He says, get out of my town, boy. And indeed, it is going to be a Burgrave Palace going up behind this. Spearmen fighting it out. So much idle time being drawn in right here. Still that outpost. It's looking strong. It's looking very strong. Just got to be careful with that villager. Pulls the villager back, and look at the idle time he's drawing out here. Remember, even though he might be losing the outpost, he's bringing in idle time from these villagers. Even if he cancels it at this point, he's not going to get... He gets no... I think 6 wood was what he got back from that. But you got to remember that because it's villagers that are sieging this down, it's not just he's losing resources from this outpost. He's denying resources from the villagers. And you know what? I'm pretty confident that the amount of villagers time that he took to burn down that outpost, MarineLorD probably got it back. But now over on the other side of the map, MarineLorD gets in a Vizier Point. I think that might... Is that the first one coming through right now? It's going to be the meta that he goes with. And it's looking like he's going to just be playing... I was going to say it looks like he's playing a feudal age, but look at this. He's going castle behind this. So a very strong castle behind this. Now, I'm pretty confident he saw the Burgrave as well. Actually, I don't know if he saw the Burgrave. Because that's always a question. Are you going to go Burgrave? Are you going to go Regnitz? We see him moving now towards the enemy side of the map. Town center is right here. No, that's not the town center. Town center is right here. So he's going to spot out the town center. He spots the Burgrave. He sees the timing on it. Pretty decent timing coming in from Soldier here, considering that early outpost. Scout just looking, making sure he's got plenty of time. And indeed he does. So not a bad little position. And we do see the response over here is going to be double archery range, at least for now. So it's going to be in crossbows. And I'm loving the way that MarineLorD's playing this. Interestingly, we didn't see the second military school thrown down. He only threw down 1 military school. And behind this, the MIA comes in. So could be looking for a blacksmith, probably. I mean, you want to know the crazy part? There's no good blacksmith spot here. You put your blacksmith right here, it's not going to get this archery range. You put your blacksmith spot right here, it's not going to get the MIA. But I think if you put your blacksmith right here, it actually gets all of them. I think this spot here is actually the spot that will get everything. That tile right there should be in on it. Men-at-Arms coming out. The first of the relics also picked up. We see a second relic is going to be picked up somewhere on the minimap. Let me see if I can find it. It's hard. This minimap is so bright. Trying my best. I tell you what, I can't actually see it. All I know is that there's one... Okay, there's one... Never mind. That's why I couldn't see it. I'm looking too hard for something that doesn't exist. He's already brought it back. MIA coming through. Needs to get that blacksmith up ASAP. It's going to really help him out. Reduce that Mangonel timing down from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. A lot of villagers here on board. It's also going to reduce the training time for his crossbows. Remember, those men-at-arms are making their way across the map right now. Landsknecht also going to be thrown in the mix here. Where's that blacksmith? MarineLorD. We need a blacksmith from you, mate. What's going on? I'm trying to be a marine whisperer right now. Spy coming out onto the map. More relics getting picked up. That's the third relic now getting picked up by Soldier. So Soldier in an increasingly good position. Remember, one of the key things here is, as any civilization playing against the HRE, we want to be denying those relics, and he denies 1 prelate, so that's not bad. Prelate over on the west side, though. Gonna buy himself a little bit more time. Men-at-Arms and Landsknecht need to get together. That'll be fine. He falls back. Still no blacksmith for MarineLorD, though. Starting to get a little bit worried here. First of the crossbows are out, though. We also begin to see the blacksmith is coming down. It's going to miss out on this archery range. So a little bit of a tut-tut over here from my side. Come on, MarineLorD, you're better than that. Yeah. we're not even 10 minutes into this game, and MarineLorD's already getting criticism. He's only the best player in the world, don't worry. Second Vizier Point coming in. He's got to start thinking about that second tier. Now pushing through on the front side. Focuses down that Lens Connect. Ronald McDonald's going to be having a nice little sleep. Beautiful micro coming in from him. Remember, he's got the meta here, able to provide that extra movement speed to the crossbowmen. They're just going to be able to kite forever. This is the power right now of that meta. Second set of crossbows making their way through now. Back towards the base of MarineLorD. Macro not looking terrible. Second military school going to be coming down. Keep in mind, he can make a total of 4 military schools once he's unlocked military campus. Numbers here looking good. This is where the question comes to me is like, you know, is Burgrave the right choice in a 1v1 against someone like MarineLorD? Someone who's so good at recognizing what you can do and how to counter it? Maybe the safer option was just the Regnits, because you haven't really bought much space or much time with that Burgrave, and now you're kind of stuck in this awkward position where your enemy's pushing towards you. They've got a huge mass of crossbows. I say huge mass, there's 6 crossbows, but it's more than enough, isn't it? Look at this, we've got a little bit of a parade over here on the east side. MarineLorD might get cleaned up over on this position. Keep in mind, his units aren't going to call out. You know how the scout does a call out? Your units don't do a call out. Oh my god, they're so close. They're so close there. They're touching each other. Springer emplacements are through. Soldier going to be able to hold on to this a little bit longer. Emergency repairs also for good measure. He takes out the meta. Oh no, never mind. That was a spy. Oh, I thought that was the meta. I got incredibly excited. And in the blink of an eye, MarineLorD loses his spy over here. And that should draw attention over towards this side of the map. That relic, seconds away from being picked up, I suspect. Indeed it is. The prelate moving out. And back in the base of MarineLorD, the mangonel makes its way out. See the next mangonel. Oh, he's got for trebuchets. Look at this. MarineLorD mixing in a trebuchet and then switching it back to the mangonel. At the same time, adding in more military schools. Did he just... He came out all this way just to kill the wolf. MarineLorD making his way across the map, looking to try and control this, but, I mean, Soldier's done a good job, right? 4 relics, that's perfect. The question is, what does Soldier transition into? How does he transition out of this? Because you've gone for a Burgrave, and it's like, okay, sure, Burgrave, good landmark. But MarineLorD has, like, well and truly destroyed any kind of hope that you had of killing him with the Burgrave. Because that's the most common thing that we see, right? Like, we see people often go for... Hold on a minute. Don't worry. It's not going to matter. Relic does go down on the edge of the map. 2 relics remain out here for the moment. So, I guess my point is, right, like, we've got a pretty decent collection of relics over here on the south side. But at the end of the day, you've got a Burgrave, which is kind of useless at the moment, because your enemy's got so many crossbows. And sure, you can make spearmen, you can make lance connects. We do see him switching into horsemen. But imagine if that was a Regnitz. That's the real difference right there. Mangonel making its way across the map. 4th military school coming down. Don't be surprised to see a Janissary timing push coming out from MarineLorD. This could actually be very solid if he does this. And if so, I apologize for exposing him, because that one's going on the thumbnail. Beastie's going to see it. Muslim's going to see it. Any potential threat on the 1v1 ladder is going to see it. MarineLorD's cute little strategy is going to get exposed. You know, often people talk about the Janissary. They say it's a useless unit. I can't believe this unit exists. Like, come on, this is a disgrace to the Ottoman Empire. You can actually see MarineLorD picking up one of those relics, and we know it's not the fieldwork relic, or rather the fieldwork imam. And look, because it doesn't have that. But look at this, the mangonel going to get caught out of position. MarineLorD making a big mistake, picking up a free mangonel, 600 resources. Getting lost out there. MarineLorD definitely going to be thinking, oh, I can't believe I did that. I'm MarineLorD. One of the best in the game. The knights begin coming out as well from MarineLorD here. We'll take a look at the military schools, and we can see he's still on those basic units. Trebuchet makes its way out as well. Let's get a screenshot of that. MarineLorD with the big brain Trebuchet play. Not something you see every day. And we do see the next Vizier point coming in. What's it going to be? Give me the Janissaries, MarineLorD. Still not the Knights. Could be the Janissaries. He's building that push in the center, waiting for the Trebuchet. The 8 Janissaries could bolster his force here massively, and he would get 8 Janissaries from it. A little bit of a raid on the backside. Sparky gonna get cleaned up. Head back to the town center. Still just, he's not looking for the advanced academy just yet. I'm wondering what that what that next point has been spent on. Trebuchet slowly coming across the map. Did he go for something like Siege Cruise, potentially? No, he didn't. Right, Spahi coming out. Spearman coming through, though, for the Holy Roman Empire. He's got the veterancy status on them. A lot of horsemen right here. I tell you what, Janissaries would go very well right now, MarineLorD. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. 2 Janissaries. Looks like he's making Janissaries at the moment. He's actually making Janissaries. Did he go into trade bags or something like that? Maybe Anatolian Hills? It's not Anatolian Hills. He just doesn't have enough sheep. What did he spend the point on, MarineLorD? I'm losing my mind right now. Springald emplacement. So much range. Not a bad little force right now from Soldier, though. Gonna be looking to apply some pressure here on the front line. MarineLorD's mic. Oh my lord, MarineLorD just gets completely swung to death right now. Ronald McDonald looking strong right now, bringing more than just a spatula from the kitchen. Watch out, MarineLorD. Trebuchet under pressure as well. Crossbowman on the backline. Janissaries firing off and looking to defend. He's unable to make the horsemen meet the backline, and that's going to be the thing that gives him away. MarineLorD continuing to fall back. Janissaries out here as well. Trebuchet managing to stay awake, staying alive as well. Now we've got the Lange Connect making their way onto that backline. MarineLorD trying his best to kite his way out of it. Not enough horsemen here, though. The horsemen would have been perfect to come in right now, and you can see all of their bodies mean that it is a bad position right now for Soldier. It's going to be tough, and more Janissaries moving out towards this position. Up to 4 Janissaries. Treb got to fire down as well, just for good measure. Why not? But now you can see the swing in that military. All comes down to that micro. MarineLorD's beautiful micro, holding that one strong. And still, I don't know what he spent that Vizier point on. Let's take a look and see. It's not Advanced Academy. Did he go into something? I've got no idea what he went into. Oh, he went into the speed. Of course he went into speed. He's just he's training his units faster. That's what he's done. Oh, I'm so silly. Advanced Academy is normally the 4th point that they spend. Apologies, guys. The military production speed, an extra 25%. So now Soldier's in a bit of trouble. Having to move away from the Arkan Chapel for his wood. MarineLorD going to realize that. And look at the forces from MarineLorD already. Knights. Spahi. Villagers. The charge comes out. Big hits come in. Veteran Spearman coming through for Soldier. He's going to look to defend this line a little bit longer. Should do so successfully, but we hear some good games being called. And MarineLorD, absolute destructive. Absolute destruction. He was very destructive on his Ottomans right there, fellas. Go check out MarineLorD. Go check out Soldier. I'll leave links in the description. MarineLorD streams in French, Soldier in English. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.